Hey guys, welcome back to PristineZReads. So today I'm going to be reviewing The Heartwood Crown by Matt Mikalatos, book number 2 in the Sunlit Land series. So this is the super spoiler review. If you'd like no spoilers, please check out my no spoiler video. I have something really special planned for the summer and I've been trying to juggle that video releasing schedule, so sorry because this video is late. But yeah, you guys are gonna love my summer videos, and actually I really hope you love them because I'm gonna be having some pretty special people on my channel. So yeah, anyways, let's get to my review. First up is my summary. So the Heartwood Crown picks up pretty much where the Crescent Stone left off. We have Madeline, Shula, and Yennefer back on Earth battling her fatal lung disease, and we have Darius and Jason in the Sunlit Lands. Darius is on a mission to try to kill the Archon and bring justice to the Skim, and Jason is trying not to get killed by Baelia's family, the Skim and the Elenil, who are all after him, trying to kill him. He has a lot of people on his tail. Anyways, so one day Madeline gets a visit from a mysterious priest guy, and it turns out that Madeline's parents had gone to the Sunlit Lands before. Big surprise! Not all of their friends that they went with made it back alive, though. It turns out Madeline's parents chose to have their memories wiped, and they had to eat a special berry called an addleberry to help them forget everything. Madeline's furious when she finds this out, and she goes to the Sunlit Lands with Shula, leaving Yennefer behind in the care of her parents. When they get back, everything's in chaos. Darius is on his little mission to kill the Archon, and when Madeline, Jason, Shula, and Baelia meet up again, Baelia is forced to stab Gilenya when the Elenil come to attack them. And Gilenya's wound is fatal. Madeline tries to heal it, but she's beyond the reach of Elenil magic. So this Alivorian creature named Patracoja tells Madeline to bring Gilenya to him as he can heal her. So Patracoja heals Gilenya. Patracoja is a really weird name, by the way. Anyways, Patracoja decides to heal Gilenya, and Shula asks if there's anything that can be done for Madeline, because if Madeline's beyond the reach of Elenil magic and Gilenya is too, then why can't Patracoja heal her? But Patracoja says that Madeline's sickness is a surprise, not natural. It has been brought on by a curse. He is able to bring the people who brought the curse upon Madeline to her, and Madeline asks him who they are. He says that one of them is Madeline's parents and the other one is Hanali. So since Patracoja only has enough magic to bring Madeline to people, Madeline decides to have him bring her mother, which is the parent, it turns out, that brought the curse upon her, and Yennefer, as she thinks she can deal with Hanali later. So Madeline says her last goodbyes to Yennefer, knowing that she does not have much longer to live, at most a few weeks, a month, something like that. And when she asks her mother why this curse was placed upon her, Madeline's mother says that when they went to the Sunlit Lands, at least Madeline's mother, her father, and their friends, then they wanted to get out after some of their friends got killed, and Hanali said the only way they could get out of the Sunlit Lands was if they made a deal with him, and this deal is that they would choose to give their firstborn child to Hanali when they turned 16 as a recruit for the Sunlit Lands. Madeline's parents tried to remember not to have children, but then they ate a berry, the addleberry, that made them forget everything, including each other, about them when they got back. Somehow Madeline's mother and father remembered each other, but they didn't remember to not have kids. It's confusing, I know. So when they had Madeline, when she turned 16, that's when her disease kicked in. And at the beginning of the Crescent Stone is when Hanali showed up and decided it was high time for Madeline to be coming to the Sunlit Lands with him. So that's how Madeline got her disease. It was hard for her to forgive her mother, but she did do it eventually with the help of some of her friends. So one day this Alavorian named Lynn tells Madeline that apparently the last time she visited the Sunlit Lands, which was the Crescent Stone, she had this queen seed planted in her wrist, and supposedly this seed gave her the ability, or this queen seed made her the chosen one, and this chosen one responsibility comes with, and this chosen responsibility is that she'll be the one to wear the Heartwood crown. And this Heartwood crown is a crown made out of Heartwood. See on the cover? Heartwood is a special kind of wood that is like in the deepest part of the tree trunk. And anyway, technically it's like dead wood, but it's the most important part of the tree. Anyways, so this crown is made out of Heartwood, and it gives whoever is wearing the crown the ability to reset the magic of the Sunlit Lands. And that's a good thing, as the magic has previously been controlled by the Elenel, and it's like not been fair for everybody else, because, you know, the Skim have had to suffer with not having everything that they should have. They've been living in disrepair and been being bullied by the Elenel. So if Madeline resets the magic, that would be a good thing. But if Madeline chooses to wear the Heartwood crown, she has to cross this river to this island where the crown is, and she will die. Because it says the first person to cross the river will die. When Jason hears this, he immediately wants to cross the river for Madeline so that he will die and that Madeline can cross safely and wear the crown and still live. But Madeline knows that Jason is healthy and will have a long life ahead of him, and she is already dying. And she might as well just save the Sunlit Lands while she's at it. So while Madeline makes this decision, Darius is in Pasticia with the Pastician king, King Ian. And Darius and Hanali are there to try to get the Pastician king to help them wage war against the Elenel and kill the Archon, because Hanali wants to be the new Archon. Darius has a burning desire for justice against the Archon and revenge for the Skim. Darius has a burning desire for revenge against the Archon and justice for the Skim. And there's like a prophecy that says a human will be the one to kill Archon. But, twist, however, when they get to the court of Farsine, which is the Elenel capital, then Darius leaves a message from Madeline asking him to please come to her really quick as she's about to cross the river and die, and this will be the last time Darius will get to see her. Darius is torn between love and duty, and eventually he chooses duty and decides to go and carry out his mission. Madeline crosses the river to the island and wears the crown, resets the magic of the Sunlit Lands. And while Darius is in the Archon's tower castle thing, he decides that he wants to kill the Archon, but when the time comes, he just can't do it. So Darius had told Hanali this little secret before, and the backstory is that all the Elenel, or actually not the Elenel, there is no such thing as the Elenel. The original Elenel goes like way back. The price they paid for having immortality was that they would not be able to have any more children. So what they have been doing then is they have been capturing humans and wiping their memories and brainwashing them to make them think they're Elenel. So really the Elenel are just humans with messed up memories. And when Darius cannot bring himself to kill the Archon, Hanali steps in and kills the Archon, and then banishes Darius from the Sunlit Lands because they've never gotten along that well. So Darius is heartbroken as he knows he missed his last chance to say goodbye to Madeline after this messenger bird comes and informs him that she's dead. But also, having died, she's saved the Sunlit Lands, and she told this messenger bird to tell Darius that she loves him and he's always been her something better. So it's kind of a sad ending. Madeline dies, Darius is stuck back on Earth, but the Sunlit Lands is saved and restored, and Jason is still there too. Here's what's been happening to Jason while everything's been going on. So, of course, Jason tried to stop Madeline from crossing the river, but she did it anyways. And then Belia broke off her engagement to Jason. As you know, the whole backstory was that Jason told Belia his story, which was basically his proposal and the Cackery thing. It's kind of complicated. But anyways, his story was that he thought it was his fault that his sister died after she died in a car accident with her boyfriend, because Jason wouldn't tell his parents where she had gone, and they arrived too late to save her. So Belia tells Jason that it was not his fault, and he's telling the story the wrong way. So she breaks off her engagement to Jason, and Jason is also left with a semi-broken heart as well. But he goes to the Cackery people, or Belia's people, to their old lady figure, Mother Crow, and decides to learn from her the ways of the desert, and maybe eventually he'll have a new story he can tell Belia. Who knows? The trilogy's not over. There's one more book coming out. So, yeah, that's it for summary. A bittersweet ending. But yeah. Next up is my morals. So first up is Christian beliefs / other worldviews. So like I said before in the Crescent Stone review, Michelatos is a Christian author. And there's like a God figure, the majestic one, and a Jesus figure, the peasant king, which I think of as, God the Father, God the Son, and the Trinity. And I found no other prominent worldviews here. And the whole thing, the necromancers, or the Pesticians, basically that they really aren't necromancers. They can read. That's it. The rest of the Sunlit Lands is illiterate. The animal can't read, the skimp can't read, the Alivorians can't read, the Xanan can't read. Yeah, it's just the Pesticians who don't know how to read, and that's their little necromancy, that they can read. So people have been thinking that they're necromancers because they can supposedly listen to the dead, and that's really when they read the books that people who have long passed on have written. So that's basically it. That's their secret. It was kind of funny. Yeah. Next up is violence. So there are some battles here, nothing too gory or overly descriptive, just the right amount of detail. Of course, Jason tried to get killed. Of course, Belia's family tried to kill Jason, and he almost got eaten by a couple of carnivorous plants before. But yeah, that's it, basically. Next up is romance. So there was some more backstory poured into Madeline and Darius's relationship, but I wouldn't say the level was too low or too high either. It was medium. It was pretty good. And then of course Belia broke off her engagement to Jason. They literally only kissed once. That was it. Okay, next up is racism. So in one scene, Madeline is telling another character about how when she and Darius first started dating, her parents didn't want her to have Darius as her boyfriend because he was black, and I thought he would do something dangerous or something. It was really stupid and weird. But they eventually warmed up to him. And then also in another scene, Darius is telling King Ian about the times he's been receiving comments or stuff from his teachers or other people who think that anything good he does was uncommonly good for a black person. And Darius was really scarred by that, and in this book we get a deeper view into his healing process. And yeah, but it wasn't trying to slam Darius or anything. Darius is a good character. I liked him a lot. There's definitely a very positive outlook on this topic here. Yeah. Okay, next up is my rating recommended age level. I'm gonna rate this one 5 stars. It was even funnier than the Crescent Stone, if that's possible. Jason outdid himself with his humor and wisecracks, and I think Michelatos did a really good job on this. I do think it addressed some heavier topics, such as racism and violence, so I'm gonna put the age level at 12+. It's not super heavy, but I think it's heavy enough that I'm gonna keep it at 12+. So I would say definitely a good YA read for teens and even adults, because, you know, the storyline is complex enough for adults to read as well. I highly recommend this. And if you want any more Piccolo's fiction, there is a free ebook on his website which you can get. Alright, so links to this book in the description below. Please comment if you have any other series you'd like me to read and review. Chances are that I might have them on my very long list of book series to review. But yeah, as I said, special things coming for this summer, so please stay tuned. I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it so much. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye! The second for Jason.
I don't know who this Jason dude is, but if he gets food, I want some too. So, let's see here. The first for Shona.
Ah, and what shall it be like? The fruit tastes like chocolate.
I've never tasted chocolate before, but there's always a first time for everything. My owners don't let me eat it. But, like, I've licked up the crumbs from, like, their chocolate brownies and other stuff like that, and I haven't died yet, so, like, maybe I could, like, you know, try a chocolate or something like that. You know, first time.
He'll like that. Needs a ridiculous name. Like pudding fruit. The garden lady chortled. Sounds suitably disgusting.
Disgusting? No food is disgusting. Even if you wanted to eat the carpet, it's like totally edible. Anything is edible if you put your mind to it. So like, for example, the carpet, you just gotta channel all your mental energy into eating it. So yeah.
Jason will love it, she smiled. Tears were brimming in her eyes. And it grows easily. Always stays with you. Madeline wiped a tear away.
Why are you sad? You're making food. Food always makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm floating on clouds. It makes me feel so elated and joyful.
When you eat it, you can only speak truth the rest of the day. Ah, the garden lady said, and a small tree grew up between them, with beautiful smooth fruit that caught the light. A bold red color, like ripe strawberry dripping with juice. Like this?
Yes, exactly like that, garden lady. What's your face? That's like the perfect thing. Strawberry that tastes like chocolate, dripping with juice. Like, how better could you get? But wait a second. This is a fantasy book. Does that mean, like, wait a second. That means it doesn't exist in real life. Man, come on, people. Why don't you invent this kind of stuff? This garden lady is smarter than a gazillion people. Like, who does want to eat strawberry chocolate tasting juicy stuff? Because, like, we need that in our world. Like, the world would be so sad without this stuff, you know?